What's up guys, it's Roger and welcome back to the channel. And today we're playing a brand new bullet heaven roguelike called Cybersonic Strike. Just gonna hop right in. I want to say thank you to Lightning Rod Games who sent me an email and said, hey, you want to check our game out? And I was like, yeah, I think I would because it looks pretty sick. I played one run just so I could check the game out for you guys and then hop in already knowing a few things. A lot of these things are not available yet. This is just a demo right now while it's getting towards the actual opening of the game, you know, being in full release. We have a few archetypes here we can choose, kind of like little classes it feels like. The recruit is the base one, although I did unlock this one on the last run called Rapid. Looks like we get more health, some speed, luck, but we get less armor. We also get run speed upgrades are increased by 50%, so we could move it around a lot faster. Different stuff here has different ways to unlock it. 3,000 weapon kills, 2,000 shards at once, stuff like that. So we know how to unlock things, which is very nice. Over here we also have our weapons, so we can go for a regular precision type weapon, which I'm sure is some kind of like pistol, I'm assuming. This one I used last run when I just tried the game out, was a shotgun, very fun. But I want to try out this right here, rapid fire, which I'm assuming is an SMG. You can see in the bottom right that all of these have a secondary attack and a primary attack. So obviously the primary attack is going to be our left click, so we can just shoot that like a regular SMG, and then our secondary attack is going to be like a, you know, actual cool little explosion thing that we're going to try out here. So might have to build up some energy on that. Looks like you can see here, it's reloading perpetually. This is something I really liked that I saw in the first run. The guns are like perpetually reloading. You don't need to actually empty your whole mag for the guns to reload. So you can see if I just shoot a little bit and stop shooting here, it automatically starts reloading. You can see that reload animation happening below my character, which I think is really nice. Looks like we do have a secondary attack charged up here above our character. You can see those little pips, and that's what that looks like, so pretty cool there. There's a lot of good graphics that show you exactly how things are charged and whatnot on your screen. Now there's two different ways that you're actually going to get new loot throughout the runs here. Obviously you saw we were just killing a bunch of enemies. We have things like our shards here, which we're going to use in a second, but we're also getting our XP and leveling up. So we have 3 abilities we can choose down here per run, and that's what's on screen right now. So I had Lightning Rod in my last one. Let's go for something else. Maybe this infinite loop. I actually had this too. I don't think there's too many abilities in the game right now. Of course, it is still just a demo. Or we can keep leveling up this kinetic blast, which is our basic ability, but let's go ahead and grab this infinite loop here, which is actually going to be an orbital around us. You can go ahead and read that there. Some little infinite loop for us, and you'll see more as we go through the runs that we're actually going to be leveling that up some more. Now, besides that, we do have this currency that we're getting as we kill these enemies to actually buy more passive upgrades that do things for our stats. So we get some more luck, we lose some damage. We already have 20 luck, so this could be kind of a luck-based run, so why don't we go ahead and grab that. Now, if there's anything there of those upgrades we really liked, you know, maybe one was like plus 1,000 damage, which obviously is not going to be an upgrade. But if it was, we could say, man, that looks really good. I think I'm actually going to lock that in the store. And then when we come back to the store next time, well, we could just go ahead and grab that. Let's go ahead and try our, kinetic blast there. It doesn't look like it did too much. I'll have to fiddle around with that and actually see what kind of damage that can do. I usually like shotguns in these kind of games. This one was definitely have some good inspiration from, what is it called? 20 minutes till dawn? Is that what it's called? Something like that. It's like all these anime-looking girls. That one's pretty sick. I love bullet heavens just in general. Obviously, I've covered a good amount of them. Let's grab the lightning rod. I really like the ability here. Luck, dude. If we could just keep getting luck, that'd be kind of funny. Data mining damage. Should we get some more damage? We'll lose data mining. Data mining down here is obviously going to give you some more XP and charge at the end of each wave. Shouldn't say obviously, because, you know, I only know that because I read it last run that I did, but you don't know that. Of course you wouldn't. Why would you? You can see the lightning rod there, doing its little thing, doing little zappy zaps. It was interesting. There was one thing I really didn't like that I actually changed in the settings, which this game had a lot of screen shake I noticed in the first run, and I was like, I am not a fan of screen shake in any game, especially like an FPS or something, but here I was just not vibing with that. So I did go ahead and I turned that to 0%, because it was just not something that I was into. There's something a lot of bullet heavens don't always have in common. Some of them are very easy to come by heals, and other ones are very hard to come by heals. Oh, this is something I've never seen before. Malware missiles. Shoot 3 malware missiles around you that apply infect. So we can see infect here takes damage over time and spawn viruses on death that spread infection to other nearby enemies. So obviously that's this game's version of like a poison, it seems like. Empty chamber zombies. Increase run speed by 10% for 3 seconds after firing your last shot in a magazine. That's 74. It sounds really good, actually. Reload rate by 5% after defeating an enemy. Resets after reloading. That sounds really good. These two in combination will make our reloads really good, give us some extra speed and whatnot. So that sounds nice. We'll grab this one, and then we'll obviously just save our money until we can come back around and grab that we have it locked. I want to try to get our kinetic blast here to 3 pips and see how much that will hit for. I think will be a good thing to test. Seems like for the most part, the waves do have like specific enemies that will spawn every wave, like set stuff, I should say. So now we're getting a little tougher enemies, these guys, and these turrets too that actually do shoot projectiles, which can be a tricky thing to deal with. Let's use our kinetic blast here. Oh, ooh, okay. So fully charged looks like it's the way to go with that. If you don't have it fully charged, maybe it's kind of a waste to really use it. But fully charged, it does some good stuff. That was like a pip and a half there. It seemed pretty good. Grab our stuff here really quick. Should be a good level. It has a lot of like the Brotato type thing where we're locked in this very small area. 2 more malware missiles. You know what? Let's go crazy with the missiles. Let's see if we can get that going really nutty with it. Lightning rod more, infinite loop. Maybe we just do kinetic blast too. Maybe try to go kinetic blast and the... Oh, for 111 run speed, fire rate. There's no negatives to that, so we will lock that. But we can grab this now, so we will go ahead and grab it. Reload rate would be nice. Maybe I'll lock that too. We'll come back around and try to make some money off this wave and see if we can grab that stuff. Oh yeah, look at those missiles. Those are pretty cool. I like the look of this one. Like I was saying, it is kind of like Rotato where we're locked in this very small area. As you can see, I got hit there. There is a health pickup right there, so we'll grab that. Doesn't heal for much, as you can see in the bottom of the screen. It's not big heals, which is something that, oh, I don't love. I like having ways to just heal myself. Something I like in Death Must Die, for instance, is they have a lot of abilities and whatnot that straight up can just give you like health over time, or 15% chance to heal on kill. That's something I really like from that game because it helps you just stay alive and get that perpetual amount of health coming back to you. Whereas I haven't seen that so far in this game. That's something I might like to see more, but I think that's kind of part of what they're going for, right? We'll grab this, and honestly, ooh, that's nice too. Ooh, weapon range. These are both be nice. It's 42. I'm gonna lock that one. We'll come back around, but I might try to save up for that epic ability first, and then come back around to that. Oh yeah, he's getting kind of railed, and I'm pretty good at railing dudes. So, I do enjoy this. The healing is something that, like I'm saying, I prefer more healing in my bullet heavens, but a lot of them are designed not to have a bunch of healing, right? Because it can be part of the challenge, is how they kind of see it, I think, where you can't get a lot of health, so you have to just not get hit. And I think that's probably easier when I'm not talking the entire time and trying to gamer time on it. But even still, when I was just kind of chilling and checking the game out by myself, I was like, man, I was getting hit a good amount. Even like right there, like kind of dashed into it. I had no more dashes to get out of trouble, and you just kind of get hit sometimes. Like, it happens. Man, I hate how the heals disappear too, because I don't know if I got anything out of those heals when they got sucked up like that. But trying to get to them can be pretty risky sometimes. It's like, are you going to hurt yourself more just for going for that heal? Maybe, so maybe it's not a good idea. I'm actually just going to... Wow, I actually do want this. Well, screw it then. Let's just do that, and we'll ignore this last one. And now we'll save up for that big one. No matter what, I will save up for that big one. But I thought some extra health here would be a good idea. Malware missiles look like they're getting pretty strong. I like that. If we could just get it to where we're getting like poison all around the map, I think that would be a good boon for us to have. The kinetic blast seems quite nice. The shotgun, its secondary attack was a grenade you could throw out. I liked that. It seemed pretty darn helpful. And I didn't even level it too much, but it was pretty strong. Especially combined with something like this lightning field here, and I had this like firewall too. It was a good combination I had on that first run. I think I made it to wave 10, and there was an actual like objective. If I get to wave 10 here without dying, then you'll get to see that, which is looking less likely by the second because I'm washed. But if we get there, then you'll be able to check that out. I like this heal, thank you. As you can see, the heals don't give too much. It's like 3 per heal, which maybe you can get up, but we'll have to see. Up to level 9. We'll keep going this. Two more missiles, extra base damage, that would be nice. And we'll keep going kinetic blast and make it a little bigger. I think sounds nice as well. Whoa, baby, okay. Reduce damage taken by 10% for 3 seconds after firing a last shot in the magazine. That sounds nice as well. Weapon damage is increased by 5% after defeating an enemy. Resets after reloading. All of these sound nice. I honestly want both of these. I'm gonna lock them, and we're gonna try to save up. Like I was saying, there's actual objective on that wave 10. These guys are much tankier, but we're getting kind of messed up. We can defeat a bunch of those, well, once we get the upgrade. you defeat a bunch of small guys with one mag, especially if you could get a big mag size, and your damage would keep increasing, and then you could just smack a big guy with that extra damage before you have to reload. Sounds like a nice thing there. That's good to know, just checking that really quick. You can dash through enemies. Sometimes in Bullet Heavens, a lot of them do have dashes. Sometimes you can't dash through an enemy, and if you dash, you still have a hitbox, and so you need to actually plan your dash around enemies. But I do like to see that this one has it to where, nope, if you dash through an enemy, you do actually get those iframes. Probably no iframes as you come out of a dash, but I could be wrong about that. It's not something I obviously checked. I wanted a heal. Did I get that heal? I think I did. There is pickup radius too. I'm kind of just cycling back around here because we left XP back here, and I'd like it. Yeah, not too bad. 41 to 49 health, so I think we are healing a little bit. Sorry if I'm losing any trains of thought. I'm trying to talk about so many things that I like from different Bullet Heavens, and seeing what I like in this one. I like talking about that too. I'd rather have Keep Calm before we get this, but I'll keep that locked for right now. Critical hit, run speed, but losing some luck. And we have so much luck. I think I'm fine getting a little bit extra run speed just to lose a few luck. I think that's a good trade that I'm willing to take. These malware missiles should be starting to get pretty dang good now. I like seeing these Bullet Heavens, especially like early in development, because they get so cool later on. You know, they get all these cool abilities, and they'll get new maps and new enemies and characters, and eventually one day they're just like this complete package of just amazing, and you're like, man, I remember when this had like 6 abilities, 3 weapons, 1 character. I couldn't even do like a meta progression, which I'm pretty sure you can't do any meta progression yet. I didn't see any, at least. I think it was kind of locked on the main screen there, which is fine, especially in a demo where it's like, I think the main point of this demo is to just have people try the game and say, hey, look at this, do you like the base feel of the game? Which I will say it feels very good. It's obviously very simple, but in a nice way, where I feel like, okay, good, I was able to get some of those heals. My shots are going right where I'm aiming, which is nice. The aiming feels right. Like I said, I turned off the screen shake. I don't like screen shake in any games, especially did not like it here where I was trying to run around and it just felt terrible. Run speed per shot. Oh, I could just hold that and have good run speed. Projectile size up and piercing. So the missiles are getting pretty darn good. We'll grab this. That's why we kept it. We have 254. Holy moly. We'll lose a little run speed, especially since I'm going to get some for holding. Ooh, extra fire rate. We can re-roll and look for more stuff, you know. Health, -1 health recover from health drops. No thank you then. I will run a little faster though, and then we'll just go. Maybe a little selfish for me, maybe I should just like spin my stuff. This is the wave that I was talking about here, where there's an actual objective. So as you can see here, we need to actually go and kill this stuff. So they drop these little packages, like that. And as you can see at the top of the screen, we need to get 8 of those. There's little arrows pointing to where we actually need to go, which I like a lot. Always nice to kind of help you keep your eyes from getting too overwhelmed. And it's like, where do I go? Big blue arrow pointing on screen. Yeah, that kind of helps me see things a lot of the time. That was a foolish mistake. That's okay. I'm going to honestly keep the stacks of my kinetic bursts. And just, those are some good dashes there. Stay out of trouble. Use them for movement speed, since we can do that. Oh man, I did use them there. This is where I died last time, when I did my run off screen just to try things out, because holy moly, it gets crazy here. So we have 7 out of 8. The last one looks like it's down here in the bottom right, if that's what you would call this. Do you mind dying, please? Yep, thanks for the heal. And then I had to get to the middle of the screen, and that's where I died, because I couldn't get to the middle without dying. But there we go, I was able to do it that time. All I needed was some eyes on me, up the pressure, and then I could do it even better. And I actually unlocked something there, which is really cool. Looked like maybe it was another class or something, which is really dope. Level 15, missiles at 9. I don't know if there's any kind of malware missiles fire more frequently. Okay, so that's level 10. So that looked like a very good upgrade for hitting 10. I don't know if there's any kind of like evolution for weapons. Oh shoot, look at this. Extra health, armor, damage, and run speed. Yes, please. And then increase reload rate and run speed by 10% every 10 seconds. Interesting. So if you can just not take damage, and that gets even better. We can reroll. Like, we have money. I feel like we might as well reroll and get stuff like that, because like, why not? We'll take some extra luck because we give some away earlier. here's one additional enemy with weapon attacks. Yeah, let's go ahead and save that, and we'll start saving up some money if we can. Oh, I'm zooming, baby. Yeah, I don't know if there's any, like, weapon evolutions yet, or if it's kind of just, like, here you go. You got it to 10. Now it does a bunch of damage and, you know, all this extra stuff. Good for you. And it's like, yeah, that's completely fine if that's how it is. You can see how much slower we just got there when I actually used my kinetic burst, but I wanted to check out how fast it's charging, which seems pretty fast, actually, so I'm not too worried about using it in that case. And on top of that, does pretty decent damage. We're still leveling it, which is a big thing to keep in mind. But usually something mechanics they'll have in these bullet heavens is either, oh, you can get these two weapons, you know, you can get this fireball and mix it with this ice spell, and then together they get like frostburn ability, you know, and then freezing burns enemies at that point. Like stuff like that is something you get a lot in bullet heavens, or you'll get weapon evolutions themselves, like in Nordic Ashes. You get evolution crystals, ascendant shards, I think they're called, something like that. And then you get your weapon, and then you can put the shard on it once the weapon is level 10, I believe. I'm actually just going to grab that and then save up more. You know, so it's usually those. It's usually combining weapons or it's evolving weapons. This game right now, I don't know if it has either of those, or if it's just kind of like, here you go, your weapons get stronger, and then once they get to max strength, they are just there. They're not going to evolve or anything. But I could be wrong about that. Maybe it's wave specific locked. Maybe it's your actual player level specific locked. Maybe it's a meta regression thing. Or it just doesn't exist yet. Any of those are completely fine answers, as obviously, again, the game is in a very early demo state here. So I don't expect it to have all those crazy things that the very upgraded and polished bullet heavens do have. Not that this game isn't polished. It's actually quite polished in my opinion for being an early demo. Taking a lot of damage here. That's kind of why I stopped talking. I think our luck is giving us maybe more drops. Sure feels like it at least. Because man, I'm getting a lot of health drops. That must be tied to that. I need to check our stats and read that. Level 19 is awesome. Yeah, let's see. Modifies your chances to see higher rarity upgrades in the shop and health drops. Yeah, that's actually really good now that I know that. Extra run speed. Yeah, we'll keep going for that. Kinetic Blast reduces the number of hits per charge. Wow, that's really good actually. Still don't have enough for that, but we're right next to it, which in my opinion means we could get something like this and then save up and easily afford it next time. If we don't die, that is. So let's try not to die. Easier said than done, maybe. Health pickups is obviously something we're definitely going to be looking for. Maybe I need more, like, radius, pickup radius, so that I can actually, like, pick up the drops. Because I feel like maybe I get the health drops, and then I'm dashing in to get them, and then I'm getting hurt. I got one there, which is really nice. I will something I don't like in a lot of bullet heavens will be, like, too much stuff on screen, and then I just can't even react fast enough. I need to itch my nose really quick. And then you just kind of get like pussy bopped, right? Because it's like, I can't even react fast enough because there's too much coming at me. It's like, what do you want me to do about this? I can't see. I literally can't see right now. That's something I don't like. This game, it's happened a couple times, but not to like a degree that's made me annoyed by it, where I'm kind of like, yeah, that's fair. I mean, it's pretty clean, right? Everything that's coming at you, even the projectiles that I've seen like from the cannons, is pretty clean. So I'm not mad when I get hit by that. I see it more as my own fault. I want to get that fire rate and 25% reload rate while standing still. If I was a tanky character, sure, but I don't have that much health. I only have 62, so I don't think that's really what I want. But I do want that, so let's go ahead and lock that there. Really like the locking mechanic. That's something that will be present pretty often in bullet heavens, but the thing is, oh, I think little spiders came out of big spider there. Which makes me feel like I just killed a pregnant lady. Which wouldn't be the first time, but not something I really like to brag about. That was an off day for sure, you know? Usually they'll have these like lock mechanics and it might be like a limited amount of resources though. So it's like, oop, you have this many locks, you know? But this, no, it seems like unlimited locks. You can lock whatever you want. Lock as many things as you need to. And I really like that, and it seems like they stay locked as long as you want. Boom, Kinetic Blast. feel like the kinetic blast maybe is more so for pushing back than it is like doing damage. Not to say that it doesn't do good damage, because it has done some in the past, but as you can see like right there, I don't think it did a crazy amount of damage. I was just kind of corralling these guys so I could get around them and then pick up all the XP that we left. The kinetic blast is good for like piercing though. I'm glad our record their attacks are actually piercing more now. We're actually at full health there. I was able to corral those guys really well and just stay away. Damage for every 1% run speed you have. That sounds absolutely amazing. I'm going to grab this right now. Chance to double the XP from collected shards. That sounds awesome. So let's see if we can get both of those maybe. This is wave 15. It might be something special. I don't see any objectives on the top of the screen. I don't know if there's bosses in this right now. Like, I don't know if I'm climaxing towards a boss. I said the word climax, so you can engage the laugh track. But maybe there is. I mean, there was the objective on wave 10, which leads me to believe it might be a sort of a circular type thing where every 10 waves you do have some objective type waves, more so than just slay enemies all the time, which I think is a really good change of pace to have. Otherwise, people will get tired of runs where it's just slay enemies, slay enemies, slay enemies, which obviously the most fun part of these games is to get really strong and to, you know, slice through enemies as fast as you can. But at the same time, it's nice to like maybe have a boss every now and again or an objective to do, or else you do get a little bored. So you don't just get that level of boredom where it's like, man, I'm just killing, always, always, always. That's why, again, I like Death Must Die or Nordic Ashes, because they have bosses. They have an objective you're working towards, so you're slaying out so you can get stronger, so you can beat those bosses and whatnot even faster, to beat the elite enemies even faster. Kinetic Blast at 9 there is very nice. I still need this, but I see no reason not to grab this while we're saving up for that, and then I'll just grab that next time around if we live at least. I like the look of this level where it's blue like this. I feel like it's much easier for me to see on these levels, especially when the enemies are pink shaded like they usually are, like this, and the projectiles the enemies shoot seem to be red most of the time. It helps me see a lot, and I really appreciate that, because sometimes... Oh, where are you? Oh! They be going boom boom. No, not a fan. Sometimes it's like a more of an orange map I've seen. I don't like those as much because those are the times when I guess it gets hard for me to see, like I was saying earlier, where it's like I can see pretty well in this one. But those are the times when I can't see, is when they do like an orange background and they're shooting red projectiles at me or something like that. It's like, I don't like those as much. So when it's a blue projectiles or blue background like this, I appreciate that. It helps me see a lot better. Wow, we are bragging out. The game is actually getting a little bit of a maybe like stuttering frame rate drop here, which I don't love to see. But again, it is very early in its development, so that's kind of to be expected. Like, and with any reduce the number of hits, oh, that's huge. With any game like this, data mining and luck. Did we lose my other thing? Yeah, where's my other thing at? I had it locked and now it's gone. So does it only stay for an limited amount of time? Or am I crazy and I bought it? No, I lost it. Did I unlock it on accident? Huh. Interesting. Fire rate critical hit. Yeah. I'll take that. But yeah, the visual clutter, I feel like it's at a good level. See, on a map like this, where it's more like orange, that's where I'm saying it gets a little bit uglier for me, where I'm like, man, if there's too much stuff, I can't kind of see it. The next thing is your own abilities too, because sometimes your own abilities can play a part in screwing you over, because it's like, oh, there goes all my own missiles, and sometimes those are cluttering your eyes too. I don't know. It's a good thing to check, actually. Sometimes they have master video. So it looks like they don't... Oh, effects volume. No, that's audio. I don't think they have anything to put down, like, the opacity of abilities. That's something in Soulstone Survivors, for instance, that I really like, that setting they have, where you can turn down the opacity on your abilities, and then you can kind of make them more see-through, and you don't have to see your own, because if you know how to aim the abilities, then why do you need to see them? you know? Especially if they're your own abilities that are just auto-firing. You don't need to see those. It can be nice to see them sometimes, because it's like, okay, it's hitting that enemy, but it's going to hit the enemy either way. So if the opacity is down, it takes visual clutter out of your eyes, which helps you focus on the enemies more. Interesting. Vitality 4. Huh. So maybe since we finished enough abilities, we're just getting straight up boons like that now. That's fascinating. I do want this. I don't want that, really. 2 armor. Pierce enemies take... Oh, that's perfect, because we do have some Pierce on our SMG here. Well, I'm much stronger on this one than it was on the run that I did off screen, so I'm glad I tested first and then figured out, hey, let's see how to play this game at least a little bit first so that I don't look like an absolute fool. And I could tell you guys kind of my thoughts on it a little bit from just what I've noticed, and then live thoughts as well, obviously. Overall, this is definitely something that I will keep an eye on, especially since I see, like, you know, kindness of the devs to be like, hey, here's a Steam code, go check this out if you want to. And it's like, yeah, I would definitely like to do that. I always love to see that. I really appreciate that. So again, thanks to them. Awesome to see. And I'll definitely keep an eye on it throughout its actual development, see where it goes. Because like I said, it's always very fun to see where games like this can get off to after enough time. And just see where they can bring them to. What kind of feedback they can take in and, you know, put into effect in the game. I really like that kind of stuff. Critical hit. Maybe I should start leveling one of these now. And honestly, I think I'd rather do... Let's do the Infinite Loop. This is the Orbital, just because we are moving around a lot. I think maybe for armor... So that wouldn't be bad, but I'm not going to go for it. Max health, run speed. Let's buy this, and that literally like counteracts that and gives us more health. So overall, a net gain in every corner, I think. So I see no reason not to grab that. Yeah, I think that one upgrade where it's like, stand still and you become a fucking juggernaut is more akin to like a shotgun build where you just want to stand still and plow through with a big cone attack. I love shotguns in most games I play, whether it's an FPS or something like this, just because something about just having an enemy in front of you and unloading just a barrage of bullets and just being like, alright, adios, sucker, is just so satisfying. But I also do love SMGs, which, whoa, is nice. It does like the two types of weapons that I have here. I don't know how the precision damage weapon, which I'm assuming, like I said earlier, might be like a pistol, but it could be like a sniper, I'm not sure, weapon is. In fact, it actually makes more sense to me, in my opinion, that it would be like a sniper than a pistol, because it's probably like a long-range, single-shot weapon. All I lose is armor, I don't even lose health? Yeah, I'll definitely save up for that. You are a shooting star. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'll do that, and then I'll save up for that big one there. Oh, shoot. Sir Galahad, Safeguard of the Realm. Oh, shoot. Okay. Oh, I don't even get to fight it! Fair enough, fair enough. I actually saw that there was that boss in the trailer. Oh, he's just looming there. I don't even get to kick his little bushy in. That sucks. Level 25, so that's the max levels you can go in the demo right now. Wave survive, 19, or that's the max waves you can go. I got to level 25. 3,700 enemies killed. And enemy damage percent, 100%. I don't really know what this means. Then we can see all our abilities here. All of our stats add up to 81 luck. I was booming in that. And then we can see our abilities down here too, not counting our kinetic blast, which they should list it with these since it technically is an ability. But you can see all the bonuses we got here just by getting this to level 10. Fascinating. Huh. Alright. I'm assuming maybe you'll earn some sort of meta progression stuff in the future. Because just say open cache, there's coins here, which I'm assuming might be the actual meta progression. Because it is shop. I can't even change my name. Gallery, cosmetics, upgrade, yeah, upgrades. So there definitely will be some meta progression, it looks like. But so far, you get stuff like this. So there is different archetypes we can unlock here. Like I said, we unlocked this one. So like this one would be a good one, I'm sure, to go for a shotgun build And then we could get those abilities where standing still just makes you tanky or do more damage, whatever. And you could do a lightning rod build where you stand in the lightning rod and have all those together, and you're just a big, you know, juicy boy tearing waves apart. That sounds pretty fun. And I might try that on my second channel, Roger's Aquarium, where I do play Bullet Heavens daily. So if you want to see more of this game, I'm planning on recording some more runs and posting it over to that channel for the next few days. So if you want to see more, make sure you do click on that channel link. I'm going to have it on the end screen here in just a second. Go ahead, subscribe over there. Check out my other series too. I play Death Must Die a lot of time, sometimes Souls on Survivors, stuff like that over on that channel. So if you want to see more of that, I'd really appreciate it. But that is going to do it for me today. So as always, have a great day.